Hello and welcome to the capital wasteland. More specifically, to Oasis. Throughout this blooming forest of livid greenery are a number of small details that we can discover. And now that I present to you 5 secrets you may have missed in Fallout 3's Oasis. Starting us off, we have the names of the various tree minders. Oasis is the only place in the wasteland to have living trees, bushes and small plants. To reflect this, the caretakers have adopted peculiar names that in one way or another represent a tree, plant, or something that they do such as blossom. In other words, the members of Oasis have horticultural names. Poplar, linden, cypress, laurel, birch, maple, and yew are the common names for different types of trees. After completing the settlement's main quest, Oasis, the player can approach Bloomseer Poplar and use the dialogue option to receive information regarding the player's future. The answers will be a few vague words hinting towards other quests that you haven't quite got around to. Here are just a few examples.
I see a woman searching in vain for a relative long lost. I divine an endless search for knowledge to help others survive the desolation. I see 4-leaf clovers in the sky with time as their deadliest adversary. I see 4 headless men and a being robbed of its dignity.
Did you know that there are 2 unique dialogue options when interacting with Tree Father Birch? These options will only be available if you have the Animal Friend perk and the Life Giver perk. Both options will have the player commenting on the location's wildlife.
That's his power you feel, outsider. With his outstretched limbs, he shelters us and keeps us safe. The innocent creatures are drawn here by his gifts. They come from across the wasteland to live in this sanctuary. This part of the world is healing, my friend, and it's all thanks to him.
When speaking to you, she will tell the player that she sometimes sleeps next to Harold when she's scared, and that they discuss their fears with one another. If the player has the Child at Heart perk or a high enough speech skill, you will reveal that Harold is scared of fire, which makes sense considering he's basically a tree. This unlocks a secret way of dealing with the Oasis quest. The quest is essentially Harold wanting to die, whilst the 2 leaders have something else in mind. Tree Father Birch wants to prevent Harold from growing and avoid detection from the outside world, while Leaf Mother wants to accelerate Harold's growth and transform the wasteland into a sea of green. Each of these options are available when reaching Harold's heart in the mines below, but with this additional knowledge, the player has the optional choice of burning Harold alive, which he openly explains as something he doesn't want. If the player does go with this option, the tree minders will become hostile and you will disappear forever, which is something you don't want to happen, especially if you want this next item. There is one thing that has to happen and one thing that has to be avoided in order to receive this gift from you. First, the player must pass the speech check or use the Child at Heart perk to learn Harold's fear of fire, and then complete the Oasis quest without burning Harold alive. Once these requirements have been met, you will give the player her bear charm that she received for her 5th birthday.
Yeah, I think you're pretty swell for someone from out there. And you were really nice to me too. I was gonna give this to my bestest friend Harold, but he doesn't have pockets, the silly head. This is a charm that my parents gave me for my 5th birthday. It's really neat. Take it.
The charm grants the player 10 permanent speech points similar to that of a bobblehead. The image on the Pip-Boy displays the charm as a bear attached to a piece of string, but upon being dropped will be nothing more than a standard teddy bear. And there we have it, 5 secrets you may have missed in Fallout 3's Oasis. Before you go, I would like to remind you of 5 things you could do to support the channel. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and enable notifications. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next adventure.